Welcome to Skytech-Lens. The Paris Air Show is the grand stage where the world's biggest aerospace giants gather to showcase their latest innovations and battle for industry dominance. Every 2 years, the skies above Paris fill with the roar of engines and the hopes of manufacturers, airlines, and aviation enthusiasts alike. It's a place where fortunes can change in a single announcement, and reputations are made or broken in front of a global audience. But in 2025, the spotlight shone almost exclusively on Airbus. The European manufacturer arrived with a sense of quiet confidence, ready to make headlines and set the pace for the entire industry. Airbus announced a staggering $21 billion in new business, securing hundreds of fresh orders from major airlines such as Vietjet and ANA. Their booth buzzed with excitement as executives signed deal after deal, cementing Airbus's position as the industry's front-runner. In stark contrast, Boeing's presence felt muted and uncertain. The American giant managed to secure just 41 orders, all from a single leasing firm, marking its weakest performance at the show in over a decade. The shadow of a recent Air India 787 crash loomed large over Boeing's week, forcing the company into a defensive posture and amplifying the sense of crisis that has dogged it in recent years. The disparity between the two rivals was impossible to ignore. While Airbus celebrated a cascade of lucrative deals and posed for photos with airline partners, Boeing's subdued presence and lack of major announcements spoke volumes about the challenges it faces. This year's show wasn't just about the numbers, it was a powerful reminder that reputation, innovation, and reliability are now the true currencies in the aerospace world. The industry is evolving and the balance of power is shifting before our eyes. As the world's media looked on, it became clear. The momentum in the duopoly has shifted, and the entire aviation industry is watching to see what happens next. Boeing's core challenge is a crisis of trust, one that has shaken the very foundation of the aviation industry. Once a symbol of American engineering excellence, Boeing now finds itself under a cloud of suspicion and doubt, not just from regulators and airlines but from the flying public itself. This crisis is now impossible to ignore. Every headline, every delay, and every nervous glance at a departure board is a reminder that confidence in Boeing has been deeply eroded. The Air India 787 crash in June 2025 revived painful memories of the 737 MAX disasters, reigniting public anxiety and fueling doubts about Boeing's safety culture. For many, these tragedies are not isolated incidents, but symptoms of deeper systemic issues within the company. Recent surveys show that 40% of travelers now check the aircraft type before booking a flight, a dramatic shift from just a few years ago when most passengers never gave it a second thought. Many are going even further, actively avoiding the MAX entirely, and some are even willing to pay more or take longer routes just to fly on a different aircraft. Airlines too are feeling the pressure. They must now weigh not just operational efficiency and cost, but the risk to their own brands and reputations if they continue to rely on Boeing jets. As a Lufthansa executive put it, "We don't just need jets, we need trust. Airbus gives us both." This sentiment is echoed by other carriers who are rethinking their long-term partnerships. Regulators, meanwhile, are demanding tougher certifications and more rigorous oversight, determined to ensure that safety is never compromised again. Every new incident, no matter how small, reopens old wounds and reminds the world of the lives lost and the trust broken. Boeing's muted presence at the Paris Air Show was a tacit admission. The path to restoring faith will be long, uncertain, and fraught with challenges. Fixing technical issues isn't enough. Boeing must prove day after day that its name is once again a guarantee of safety, reliability, and integrity. The entire industry is watching, waiting for real change, and for Boeing to earn back the trust it once commanded. Sustainability is now at the heart of aviation, with emissions rules and fuel mandates forcing airlines to rethink their fleets. Airbus leads this green revolution with jets like the A321XLR offering 30% lower fuel burn and the A350 setting new standards for long-haul efficiency. Orders from JetBlue, Qantas, and American Airlines show airlines want range, flexibility, and sustainability. Airbus's entire lineup is moving toward 100% sustainable aviation fuel capability, future-proofing airline investments. Boeing's Dreamliner, once a marvel, is now overshadowed by production woes and safety concerns. As airlines race to modernize, Boeing's delays and gaps in its lineup are costing it dearly. Behind the scenes, the real battle is on the production line. In the world of aviation, what happens on the factory floor can make or break an airline's future. Every rivet, every part, and every worker's shift is part of a high-stakes race to deliver planes on time. The pressure is immense, and the consequences of falling behind are felt across the globe. Airbus has tamed post-pandemic supply chain chaos, cutting delays and giving airlines the predictability they crave. By forging closer relationships with suppliers and investing in logistics, Airbus has managed to keep its assembly lines humming. This stability is a breath of fresh air for airlines desperate to expand or renew their fleets after years of uncertainty. LOT Polish Airlines, for example, chose Airbus not just for performance but for reliable delivery. For airlines, knowing exactly when a new aircraft will arrive is crucial for planning routes, hiring crews, and keeping passengers happy. Airbus's ability to meet deadlines has become a major selling point, tipping the scales in its favor. Boeing, meanwhile, is mired in certification delays and supplier snags, with key models like the MAX 7 and 777X years behind schedule. These setbacks have created a ripple effect, leaving airlines frustrated and forcing them to rethink their long-term strategies. The once unquestioned reliability of Boeing is now under scrutiny. These setbacks are pushing longtime Boeing customers to diversify their fleets. Airlines that once flew exclusively Boeing are now adding Airbus jets to their lineups, seeking to hedge their bets and avoid being caught short-handed by further delays. Both companies have massive backlogs, but only Airbus is consistently turning orders into deliveries. The ability to move aircraft from the order book to the runway is now a critical advantage, and Airbus is capitalizing on it. Reliability is now a key selling point, and Airbus is winning that battle. Airlines are watching closely, and the message is clear. In today's market, timely delivery is just as important as cutting-edge technology or fuel efficiency. Boeing is struggling to catch up, facing mounting pressure to resolve its production woes and restore confidence among its customers and partners. The 2025 Paris Air Show revealed a stark contrast in vision. Airbus is pushing forward, investing in hydrogen-powered aircraft, next-gen propulsion, and a resilient global supply chain. It's not just selling planes, it's building an ecosystem for the future of flight. Boeing, by contrast, is focused inward, consumed by safety and quality crises. There was no bold new jet or clear roadmap, just a company in repair mode. The innovation gap is widening. While Airbus talks hydrogen, Boeing is still trying to certify its latest models. The industry is waiting for Boeing to move from crisis management to true reinvention. Until then, Airbus owns the narrative of aviation's future. The Airbus-Boeing rivalry is shaped by politics as much as engineering. Boeing still leverages U.S. diplomatic power to win deals, like the 210 jet sale to Qatar Airways brokered during a presidential visit. But market sentiment is shifting. Even longtime Boeing loyalists like LOT Polish Airlines are switching to Airbus. Asian and Middle Eastern carriers are following suit, drawn by Airbus's reliability and efficiency. Boeing's political muscle can win big deals, but it's losing ground in the day-to-day fight for airline business. The global market is diversifying, and Airbus's broad appeal is winning over a new generation of carriers. The balance of power is changing. As the show ends, Airbus stands triumphant, innovative, reliable, and in tune with the industry's future. Boeing faces a crossroads. It must rebuild trust, overhaul its culture, and deliver a compelling vision for the next era of flight. This isn't just about fixing problems, it's about reigniting the spirit of innovation that once defined Boeing. The world needs a strong Boeing to keep the industry competitive and dynamic. The coming years will test whether Boeing can learn from its mistakes and rise again. The duopoly's future and the pace of aviation innovation depends on it. The challenge is immense, but the opportunity is just as great. The skies are waiting. Thanks for watching the videos, and subscribe the channel Skytech-Lens for more updates.